What's up guys, welcome to my channel. 2014 Honda CRV. We're gonna replace the front struts. I got two Monroe struts over here. The part number, okay, I don't know which one is right and left yet. We're gonna find out. There's one part number and there's another part number. They are different. One ends with the 91, one ends with the 92. So what we're gonna do is, to start with, we're gonna need a whole bunch of tools. I will review all the tools. So we did change the sway bar linkage over here. So this is aftermarket linkage. We can put an 18 millimeter in the back to turn this out, but we're gonna need some tools. We'll go step by step. We have to remove this. We have to remove this bolt, and before that, let's get this ABS sensor out of the way because you don't want to stretch that cable. It will break, and we're gonna need something to pull this. Flathead screwdriver or a pick tool like that will work really well. That will come off. If you want to remove it from right here, that'd be great, because it will give you more clearance once you remove it from over here. Throwing some WD-40 on this rubber boost here will make life much easier, but this should be more than enough clearance over here. So we're gonna start off with removing this 12 millimeter over here, and I'm using a 12 millimeter socket with a power tool here. So this bolt will be tight, but if your tool can do it, good. That comes out. So when we get the new strut, the strut has to match the earlobes here, and that's where I go by. So I'm gonna mount my camera. We're gonna take out these two bolts over here, two nuts, and the bolts will slide out, and we're gonna take out the sway bar linkages. So if you got stock original sway bar linkage, you're not gonna have that axis back there. You're gonna have to cut this off or heat it, especially the bottom one. Anyways, let's continue. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put 18 in the back. There you go. And 18 here, that should take out this little guy. So if you got the stock, it's gonna be 17 and nothing to put in the back. That's gonna be a little bit of trouble. So that linkage is out. So we only need to take out the top part. If you're taking out the whole linkage, then just remove the bottom. Don't even bother taking out that, let that go with the strut. Anyways, let's move over a little bit towards this way. Okay, next step, 22 millimeter. If you can reach back here with a 19 on the other side. Okay, why did I go? I got a 16 instead of a 19, so let me go switch. That was really crappy of me. Okay, I went and got the correct tool. 22 and a 19. That is super tight. So once that's loose, we're gonna move on to the next one. You go, and you're gonna do the same thing on the opposite side. It's the same procedure here and there, and as you can see, everything will start to move. So you cannot hit these directly, okay, because you will damage the thread. So I am gonna go get something, a punch that will punch right through. So never hit this directly because you will damage the thread. So I'm gonna use this technique here. Even a flathead screwdriver will do, and that's out. And here goes the next one. There you go. Sometimes you can kind of wiggle this whole hub around and those bolts will come out just like that. So the next step is, if you have a pry bar, great. If not, use a flathead screwdriver. We just need this strut out of the housing. Remember, everything's gonna go down, and your axle, make sure you don't pop it too far because the axle can come out of the joint, okay? And then you can just kind of turn it and get the axle back in. So this is just fine right here. And our ABS sensor is not being stretched. So the reason why we're changing is because everything up there is making bing, 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 like a spring is bouncing sound. Anyways, we're gonna go to the top next. Okay, up on the top, right here, wheel is right here, driver's wheel. Right over here, you're gonna have like a little clip over here. This is already broken, someone must have worked on it. So pop this, and then take off this, and then you're gonna grab this little guy right here. All you're gonna do is, this is all loose, so those struts does look like somebody changed them before, and this whole thing will just pop out just like that. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna grab it. It just has a couple of these clips, so just grab it from the front end and it pops right up. And inside we're gonna have all these bolts, and we're gonna take the correct bolts out, which are gonna be, we're gonna take a look at the new strut, and then we're gonna come back. By looking at the new struts, we should be able to tell which one is driver's side and which one is the passenger side. So right over here, we have one over here. So if you mount this in this direction, This is correct driver's side, and the number here is 272492. So this will be the driver's side, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts. Okay, so we're gonna just take this over there just like this, and we're just gonna lay it down over here. Remember, as I was saying, match up the earlobes. So these are the earlobes we're talking about. The strut linkage attachment, which is right there. So it's got to look the same direction, okay? If you're looking right at it, it's got to look the same way. So anyway, it has 5 bolts. So I'm assuming 1, 2, 3, all 5 bolts. They are 14 millimeters. So let's take these babies out. So we have a deep 15. This is a 15. I don't know why it's 15. And I am going to be using my power tool here. So what I like to do is I like to leave the easiest one alone, so we can just do it by hand later on. Okay, this is gonna go over here. I'm gonna just let it sit there. So if you got a magnet, that will kind of help you out, but this is what it is. And this thing right over here, you're just gonna keep bothering you. You can just pop it. It's just a whole bunch of grommets onto it. And let me get this back one over here, which doesn't look like it's at a reasonable spot for us to reach at. So I can put a short, so I'm gonna put a short 15 on that. So I want to just loosen this one over here, and I want to leave it alone. Let me get a short 15 to reach that one. So I went and got this short 15, and I'm still not able to because there's an arm over here. So I'm gonna have to put a ratchet on that, or you know what, I'll take off the extension. Let me see if that helps me out. Let's put the extension over here. I shouldn't be putting my tool right there, but yep, that will work for me. Right now I just want it to be a power tool because I'm not looking to turn anything by hand. And this bolt will come right out. So we only really got these 2 left. So let me get 15 one more time. And I am gonna remove this one over here completely. And at this point our strut has kind of went down. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna bring the camera out so we can see us taking out the strut. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna grab this strut. At the same time, I'm gonna push up and remove that final bolt that I left behind. And that is out, and our strut will just come down just like that. And there it is. We're gonna put the new one just the same way, and we're just gonna move a little faster because time is not with us. So we do got all these bolts. Let's take off all these. Okay, all I need is one at the moment, and I'll put the rest somewhere on the top. So what I'm gonna do is, remember, this one bolt was on that corner, so we're just gonna have to kind of get it in there the same way we took it out. It's gonna be a little bit tough and challenging, but you should be able to get it in there. It's always a challenge. We got this baby in there. Once one bolt is in, let's take a look. Once one bolt is in, everything is good to go. There you go, and I will put the rest of the bolts in. So my next step is to get the rest of the bolts in. Notice I'm not gonna lock these bolts up because I wanna lock these bolts up once the car has hit the ground, okay? Meaning the tires on, everything is back in there assembled, and all the weight is back on the car wheels. And you do want to kind of snug them with your socket at least, so it's not moving around that much. So what we're gonna do is, let me just get 1 and 2. Now we can do everything in the bottom, and then we'll come back. Okay, next few steps are kind of critical and rough. So your axle probably most likely popped out. So what you want to do is you want to kind of find the spot. It will go back in. But most likely it's gonna give you a really hard time. I had it in there, but camera wasn't running. So let me pop it in there and then I'll be back because I need all this space. Okay, so I used the floor jack and I went down there, put the car down and I jacked it up because it was heavy. So all you do is you turn the rotor, the hub here, and push, and then the axle will go in eventually. So I only got a little bit. Okay, this is kind of lined. Okay, it needs to kind of go up a little bit more. And let's see where I'm at. Sometimes it's not that easy as it looks, or sometimes it's not hard. But it looks can be deceiving. I don't know what's going on here. Let me get the top one first. Ugh, come on. Should have just completed this. I just don't want to put it on the camera. I should have done it with the floor jack to make my life easy, but then you guys wouldn't get to see that. So we got that in, and I use my punch to kind of keep it aligned. So once you get that in, the bottom one should be very easy. Then we have the two nuts to go in the front. I don't know where I dropped one of it. Let me find that one and I'll be right back. Here's the second one. So that goes on just like that. So just a matter of putting everything together now, and then we'll go on the top once I have assembled the other side and finish out both sides from the top. You will not see me doing the second side, but instructions like I explained is the same. Let's put this in right now and let's bang everything in there. I do want to check to see if I got threads on this one right here. Yep. Whatever we got, so I was working on the other side. I have this 18mm ready, so I'm gonna put 18 back onto this sway bar linkage, and that's it. Bada bing, bada boom. We're gonna switch up the socket. Before we even put this in, get your bolts in because the line will kind of bother you a little bit, but we have more than enough clearance there. This has got to be really tight. That's that. So those are the main bolts, and I am going to double check everything after that off the camera. Let's lock up this 12mm here, and that's it. It kind of moved. That's good. Let me just push it back a little bit just in case. Okay, that's that. And what we're going to do is after that, everything is left from the top. Make sure you put your ABS sensor back in the spot. These are rubber mounts here, gotta go back in. Like I said, if you throw some WD-40 on this, that will make life very easy. And bada bing, bada boom, everything is assembled. This is gonna kind of mess up your alignment this way. If the wheel's like crooked this way, it's not gonna affect your toe in and out. That will be related to these parts over here. Anyways, we need to go to the top after we complete everything here. So all the tools that we're gonna be using here today is we have this 19mm for the wheel. We also got a wheel lock. We got a short 15mm. I did put a couple of tools here. Get yourself a small extension. This is wobbly head right there. So, and then we got a deep 15. We got an electric ratchet. If you got a regular ratchet, that will work. 12mm socket, short, 19mm gear wrench or regular wrench, 18mm, and another 18mm impact socket. This 17 I did not use. If you got an original sway bar linker, you're gonna need that 17. 22mm flathead screwdriver or a clip removing tool such as that. That's everything you're gonna need, and let's put this to work. So now we're gonna lock up all these bolts. The car is on the ground. So again, this is, let me turn this back. I don't know why I did that. It was already turned the correct direction. So short one goes in the back there. So I'm gonna tighten all these. I'm sure you guys can do it. Don't go crazy because these bolts will snap off the stud, so take it easy. And I think I tightened this one, even though we should have been putting the deep one in there. There you go, the center one, it's already preloaded. Do not touch that one. Okay, there you go. Double check your work. And once you're done, you want to put your cover back on, and you want to put the grommets. I'm sure you can do that and put all this back together just the way it's supposed to be. Once I'm done, I will show you. But let's put this away. Let me double check my work, and then we're gonna put these covers together. Okay, now all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these covers, and they just kind of slap right back into the place. Okay, one-handed mechanic will get this in. So once it's in, you want to put this little guy in, and the rubber guy right here has like a whole bunch of grommet. Throw some WD-40 on these, that will help you out. And get these in, and you're all done and set. Make sure this sits over here perfectly, and you're good to go. You're gonna do the same thing on the opposite side.